going on, everybody? It's the Lawn Gnome. It's time for a DCAU update. I didn't expect to make one so quickly, but this was definitely an exciting weekend in the DCAU. This weekend was the second season premiere of Young Justice, which is now called Young Justice Invasion, and I just have to say that I was really thrown for a loop with what I saw. I didn't get a very expected season premiere. As a matter of fact, I got something that was pretty awesome, one that was just a great episode, one that raised a lot of questions. Basically, what we got was a scenario that takes place 5 years since the season finale of Young Justice Season 1. And it was just so awesome to see the fact that these characters had grown and the fact that there were even a lot of fresh faces on a team that had evolved for 5 years on the Justice League side as well as the Young Justice side. There were some great fan favorites like Beast Boy and Bumblebee and Blue Beetle, and even the fact that Nightwing is now running the team. Of course, still voiced by Jesse McCartney from Robin in the first season, so it was pretty awesome to see him there, and more importantly, the second Robin, Tim Drake. So that was a pretty awesome thing to see. And I also, of course, saw a lot of things because there were a couple of questions that were raised. One, we had to find out what was going on between those 5 years, especially with the little cliffhanger that we got at the very end of Season 1. And even more importantly, there were 3 faces from the original team that we did not see. So we're really curious to see what would happen. Like, to Kid Flash, is he now the Flash? And what's going on with Aqualad and Artemis? Like, we just don't know. So I'm expecting we're going to see exactly the big bridge from the big gap that took place between the 5-year span. It was also awesome to see Lobo in the first episode of Season 2, because Lobo's always a great fan favorite. And who knows what we'll see for the rest of the season? Are we going to go back in time? Are we going to just see more of this brand new team? And I'm wondering if we're going to see any other fresh faces like Supergirl or Cyborg or Impulse or maybe even Static? I mean, that would just be freaking awesome. Another big thing that I love about this show is the fact that we were introduced to 2 DC characters that we really have never seen in the DCAU, briefly but not so much. We saw Adam Strange, and I'm really finally excited to see him have a speaking role, and who knows where we're going to see him go in this story, and maybe he'll even put on the uniform that he uses in the comics. And it's about time that Wonder Girl finally gets a decent role in a show in the DCAU. In this episode, she was alongside Batgirl, which was also something awesome that I like to see. So, I don't know where this season is going, but so far I loved what I saw, and I highly recommend that if you do like Young Justice, or if you haven't seen Young Justice, definitely catch up on the first season. The second half of the first season will be available on DVD this summer, and the Season 2 looks like it's going to be another great success. So I'll see you guys around, and remember that actions speak louder than words.